What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As I promised you in the last video, I wanted to do a review over my Evo 9 and pretty much let you know my experiences with the car since I've owned it for 11 years. So this is pretty much overview of what the car has been like for the past 11 years for me. So as I already told you, this is my first car. So I kind of interesting selection for a first car. It was definitely something that everybody told me to not do. They told me to start off with something like a Civic, but I decided to go ahead and purchase it. I saved for about 2 years, and I pulled the trigger. Found a really nice clean white. White wasn't exactly my first color choice, but I really did like the way white looked overall. It's just a very clean looking car. So yeah, let's get to it. We'll start with the outside. As you can tell, we got some exterior pieces, some carbon pieces. I actually have something new for that, so probably end up making a video for something like that. As you can tell, I have the JDM Evo 8 headlights. All right, as far as the wheels are Work Emotion CR Kais. These are the Kiwami option, and it's in bronze. I really like this color. It really makes the car pop. I think it looks really good with the white and the amber as well. As you can tell, got the carbon extensions as well. I've had those for quite a while. Shout out to Rexpeed for making quality products, because those have been on the car for over 8 years and I've had no issues at all. Just to show you how long I've had this car, you guys notice on a lot of Evos that the Brembos end up peeling. These Brembos are actually replaced under warranty. As crazy as that sounds, they replaced them under warranty, and it was like a total of like $4 grand for just the fronts. Never got to do the rears, but I plan on powder coating them anyway, so probably do a video on that as well. This is our local group right here. So you can see I got the rear extensions as well. And then I got the Evo 7 taillights with the JDM rear bumper. That's one of the first mods I did on this car, was the JDM bumper. I really did not like the USDM bumper that these cars came with, but now that I've had this bumper for so long, I actually wouldn't mind the switch. So I wish I would have held on to that bumper. Unfortunately, I got rid of it, and yeah, it's gone. So yeah, it is what it is. Right, this is a custom badge that I got made. I actually have another one. This one showing a little fading right here, but this was a custom badge done by Rebadge. I'll go ahead and list them on the list their Instagram so you guys can check them out. That was a long time ago. That was a couple years ago. Now the exhaust is the Buescher Bullet small diameter, the SD exhaust. I love the sound of this car. I really do. I would turn it on, but it's gonna be too loud. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the fart cans, so you'll notice on my cars I don't really like to do that. All right, as you can see right here, this right here, this is a dent that the car has. It's not from getting hit by anything. Actually, when we rolled the fenders, I used to have very aggressive wheels. They were the AME TM02s made by Enki. And the offset on those was like +10, which is extremely aggressive. So rolled the fenders, and as I was rolling it, well, as the guy was rolling it, the metal, like, I don't know, it like warped itself. So me and a buddy are actually gonna try to fix that this weekend coming up. So I should probably do a video on that. We'll see what happens. And that's pretty much for the exterior. Nothing too crazy. We'll go ahead and move on to under the hood. Alright guys, under the hood is nothing too crazy. Like I told you in the first video, this was a bolt-on car. That was my goal. I didn't want to rob the car too much of the Evo-ness, for lack of a better term. so I still wanted to feel like an Evo. That's not the case anymore because I'm looking for power now. I've owned this car so long, as I stated in my last video, that I should probably have the fastest one, and that's the goal. So the goal is to make about 650, and then yeah, run 10s, mid 10s, something like that. So we'll start with the top. This is a very rare ARC strut tower bar. I actually got this when I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, and I don't know too many people that have this. This is a rare one. I also got ARC spark plug cover, and then we got the matching ARC radiator shroud. I actually just picked this up recently. I accidentally ordered, while I was out there, a polished one, and it was so hard to find the brushed one. I finally found one for a decent deal. It's already pre-torched. I might actually end up taking a torch to this to kind of match it and give it that titanium look. Yeah, I got the short route piping. Keep in mind, a lot of this stuff is going to change here in the near future, so that's one of my biggest motivations for this channel is to go ahead and give you guys an insight of what to expect. I have the HKS Hypermax coilovers. I really like these. Very underrated. You don't see too many JDM parts on Evos, mainly because the ones that make power are usually use American parts like Busher, AMS, that type of stuff. ETS, that's another one. But yeah, I got the ETS piping with the 3.5-inch intercooler. And then this used to be such a great manifold. It was beautiful, and I made the mistake of not having it ceramic coated. I'll post a picture of what it actually looked like. It was beautiful. Yeah, I really regret not getting this ceramic coated. All it took was 1 month of Florida. I actually moved to Florida for a few years, and I didn't have a garage, and that's all it took. And yeah, here it is. So I am getting something new, so don't worry. And this one will be ceramic coated. I don't want to give too many details because I want it to be kind of a surprise. As far as the turbo is a BBK full. So there used to be this shop called CBRD. Actually, I think they're still around, but the owner sold it or something like that. They made these turbos called the BBKs. They used to stand for Billet Blue Compressor with a K. And they were turbos from Blausch. For those of you that don't know, Blausch makes pretty much stock frame turbos similar to like FP, Force Performance. And they made these turbos, and they looked a little bit more stock than those or anything else. So I went ahead and I went with this because this is what the tuner recommended, and it made pretty good power. I'm not a big fan of following the trend. So it seems like everybody does FP turbos. FP or precision turbos. You see the 62s, the 6262, the 64. I don't like that. I like being kind of different. So I like trying new things. Funny story. We'll have a video for that, but I'll explain towards the end of the video. But yeah, this car is on E85. The injectors are 1200s. And it's just a Walbro 255. But all that stuff is going to change because I'm going to need a lot more fuel for the setup that I'm going with. But the car made on a Dynopack dyno, which is not technically a all-wheel drive dyno. It's actually at the hub. So what they do is they lift the car and they attach it to, instead of being on rollers, they actually attach like a hub that links up to your hub of the car, and that's where the power actually comes. But yeah, the car made 461 horsepower and somewhere around 401 torque, foot-pounds of torque, and that was tuned at Road Racing Engineering in California. Shout out to them. The tune's still been good. It's been tuned on that for quite a while, and I've never had any issues. So yeah, this car, as crazy as it sounds, granted, I haven't really driven it that much because this is pretty much a garage queen. It has been pretty good to me. I apologize about the noise. I got some kids playing back there, but it's getting dark. But yeah, this car has been really good to me. I've never had any issues with this car. The only thing I've ever had with this car is a clutch. It needed a clutch. Clutch was slipping. So I went ahead and got the ACT HDSS heavy duty street, whatever that stands for, clutch. And yeah, I've had one check engine light at all with this car, and it was for an O2 sensor, and it actually ended up fixing itself. So the car has never given me issues. So for those of you saying that Evos are not reliable, I'm here as an 11-year owner telling you that that is not correct. Car has about 65,000 miles. I bought it with about 4,000 miles. It came with certified pre-owned warranty and everything. So yeah, I've had this car for quite a while. As far as the interior, nothing too crazy. I honestly, the only couple things that I have is I have the truss gauges, which are in white, and then the Defi gauges with the little cluster, and then a couple little things here. Got the Rally Art little touch right there, and then ARC shift knob. They don't even make these anymore. They don't make any ARC products anymore, actually. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. This is pretty, oversight. Any questions that you have about this car, go ahead and list them in the comments. Yeah, I'll give you an insight of what to expect, because I have so much stuff coming for this car. Here's a quick little view of what to expect. I don't want to give too much out, but, and then as well as I have something in that box as well. I have a ton of parts actually in the house, so stay tuned. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you and joining me in this journey with this car. Only reason I've never built it before is because it's never given me issues. I tend to get distracted, but yeah, I just decided, now's that time, and we're gonna go ahead and build this thing. So stay tuned for more. Thank you.